Harry Kane emerging as the favourites to sign for Chelsea. What is going on? Chelsea continuing their striker hunt. Harry Kane, Romelu Lukaku, Erling Haaland. Another update in regards to Erling Haaland. It's getting boring now. It's getting tiring now. But that, of course, is a transfer window. It's something you have to get used to. It is what it is. It is what it is. But in terms of the news, there's some interesting updates in regards to striker position. Chelsea are in a very precarious position because now we have to act. Fabrizio said that Chelsea are promised to sign a striker. Will it be Harry Kane? Will it be Lukaku? Will it be Haaland? Or will it be someone else? Stay tuned. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and comment down below your thoughts and opinions on each story and topic that I do speak about. But without further ado, let's get straight into this news daily. And starting off with the report broken off by The Athletic. The Athletic actually broke all the news in regards to Harry Kane, Lukaku and Haaland, written by various journalists, of course, Liam Toomey, Simon Johnson. These journalists are actually connected to Chelsea. So I like quoting from The Athletic because The Athletic is tier one when it comes to Chelsea news. They've got their own sources and connections within Chelsea. So when The Athletic reports stuff, you take it because it's credible, it's reliable, and I quite enjoy, reporting and quoting news from The Athletic. Now, in regards to Harry Kane, what have they said on Harry Kane? This is the current situation with Harry Kane. Should Chelsea concede defeat in their pursuit of Erling Haaland, Chelsea would also like to sign Harry Kane and have sought to establish his intentions. Some industry sources believe that might be more appealing to Daniel Levy because a cash plus player deal involving Tammy Abraham may be more realistic. Now, what does it mean in that that short segment, that short paragraph? Now, what they're essentially saying is that Tammy Abraham is someone that Levy likes, and Tammy Abraham would be more affordable in comparison to Man City. Now, here is the caveat. Here is the situation. Man City are desperate for Harry Kane. We've known this, a couple of months ago. It was broken by Sky Sports that Man City had a straight cash deal rejected of £100 million. Man City doesn't have enough funds or finances to finance the deal in terms of just cash, because Daniel Levy wants around £150 million for Harry Kane. Man City simply don't want to spend that much because they also have their own Grealish. They want to sign Harry Kane and Jack Grealish. Now, of course, Grealish is going to be a separate deal they have to finance, which is going to be an astronomical amount. So, of course, they want to save as much money as possible, and you have to abide by the FFP regulations and procedures. Of course, as a result, Man City then have confirmed they will be willing to put in plays like a Gabriel Jesus, like a Riyad Mahrez, like a Aymeric Laporte. Now, the issue here is the reason what they're saying in The Athletic is that with the likes of Laporte and Mahrez, they're going to be commanding, astronomical, extortionate wages because they're already on high wages at Man City. And are they realistically going to be, downgrading to Tottenham and getting lower wages? Of course, personal terms will just break down, and Harry Kane will never be able to go to Man City because that relationship will break down and nothing will materialise. Now, the reason why they're saying Chelsea will be more appealing to Levy is not that he prefers Chelsea. Levy hates Chelsea, and I'll get into that in a second. Is that Tammy Abraham is already on low wages at Chelsea. Tammy has 2 years left of his contract, and he is on, I believe, between 60 and 80k. So Tottenham could easily bump that up to about 100k, and Tammy would be satisfied. He stays in London. Spurs get a replacement-ish. Of course, they're still going to be looking to sign other players to bolster the team because Tammy, of course, is nowhere near Harry Kane's level. But they get a good, young, up-and-coming player in Tammy with, fantastic growth and potential for a cheap price who is involved in the cash deal. They can afford his wages, and that's why it is more appealing compared to a Man City. Now, here's the caveat. Here's the main problem we have here. Levy would never sell to us, and that's why I never really spoke about Kane. If you notice on my channel, I've barely spoken about Kane, and there's one specific reason, because I've never seen a possibility for this to happen. I just don't see it being realistic at all. Now, would I love Harry Kane? If I'm being brutally honest, out of the 3 options we have between Harry Kane, Lukaku, and Erling Haaland, as much as I love Erling Haaland, Harry Kane is the best striker out of the 3. Now, it's not to say that Haaland can't be better than Kane when he reaches his level, but let's take things into perspective. Harry Kane is in the prime of his career, 28 years of age. Erling Haaland is 20 with generational talent. Yes, he has fantastic attributes, but he still has to grow and develop, whereas Harry Kane is essentially the finished article. So Harry Kane is the better striker out of the 3. He's already in London. He's Premier League proven. He's hungry, and not only is he a goal scorer, he's perfect for Thomas Tuchel's system because he has world-class link-up play, he has world-class creativity in passing. He would make Havertz into a superstar because Havertz would flourish under the guidance of Harry Kane. The likes of Callum Hudson-Odoi, Christian Pulisic. Harry Kane would be the perfect replacement for Tammy. He would be the perfect striker that Tuchel needs. But the problem is, I just don't see this being realistic. And I'll give you two main reasons. One, Tottenham. Chelsea and Tottenham are arch rivals. We have a massive rivalry. As I've spoken before, you listen to the Liquidator as Chelsea fans enter Stamford Bridge as the game is about to kick off. You always hear it. We hate Tottenham, Chelsea, every single game. It doesn't matter if we're playing Spurs. It could be any Premier League opponent. It could be any opponent for that matter. And you're going to be hearing, we hate Tottenham, Chelsea. It just emphasises how much we hate Tottenham. I find it quite embarrassing that we're still singing about Tottenham even if it's not against them, but that's completely a different subject of matter. The point remains, Chelsea hate Tottenham, we don't do business. It's the main reason why Giroud and Rudiger deals, they broke down, because they were supposed to go to Tottenham, they never broke down. We don't do business. Cast your minds back to Luka Modric saga back in 2011. Modric was desperate to come to Chelsea. He even met Roman on his yacht. Chelsea even bid higher than Real Madrid, and Levy still sold Luka Modric to Real Madrid, even though they bid lower. Put it this way, if Daniel Levy sanctions a Harry Kane move to Chelsea, he will have to hand in his resignation that evening or that morning, as soon as possible. Otherwise, the Tottenham fans are going to be waiting outside his office, ready to lynch his head in central London. They're ready to cut his head off, and I'm not even exaggerating. He cannot sanction a move. This is why I see the odds of this happening is so slim. And when I mean so slim, I mean so minute. It's unbelievable. Haaland and Lukaku are much more bigger possibilities. And listen, Harry Kane would be my preferred choice, but I just don't see this happening. I guess Chelsea, to sign Harry Kane, Chelsea would have to put in an absolutely amazing offer. It would have to be unrefusable. The other problem we have is Harry Kane. Harry Kane is a fantastic bond with the Spurs fans. You know, he's very loyal. We can tell he's been there for a long time. He's got a fantastic bond with Tottenham fans. If you go to Chelsea, instantly burns that bridge. Instantly. That connection, that loyalty he had with the Spurs fans, he instantly breaks that. And Harry Kane doesn't seem to be a guy who's a mercenary. He doesn't seem to be a guy who's going to break that. He has a lot of respect for that. And that's something I have to admire, to be honest. So this is why I see this still extremely unlikely. But again, I love Harry Kane. What do you guys think? Leave me your thoughts, opinions. But it appears to be that Chelsea are potentially emerging as favourites somehow for Harry Kane. So what do you guys think? Leave me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. And then we move on to, of course, the other two strikers. Should Chelsea concede defeat in their pursuit of Erling Haaland, then making one more attempt to re-sign Romelu Lukaku will be on their agenda. Romelu Lukaku has always felt that there is a case of unfinished business at Chelsea. Now, a few weeks ago I said that I was told personally that Thomas Tuchel actually had personal phone calls with Romelu Lukaku in terms of tactics, in terms of formation, how Lukaku will settle at Chelsea, how he's going to implement Lukaku, how he fits the system. And Lukaku enjoyed it. You know, Lukaku does feel as though he has unfinished business at Chelsea. The only problem is, of course, is the fee. You know, Lukaku is not first choice. Lukaku's already come out publicly in interviews and stated that, you know, he's really happy where he is at Inter Milan. You know, he's an Italian champion. He's got a good connection with the new Inter Milan manager, Simeone Inzaghi. They've already had discussions about the new season. And of course, money talks. So Chelsea puts in an unrefusable offer for Inter Milan. Inter will accept. But the problem is he's not first choice. Erling Haaland and Harry Kane are the main two priorities, I guess. Lukaku is plan B. Lukaku is currently plan B. That's why I don't see Lukaku happening. I guess Lukaku would only happen if Haaland and Kane just fell through. And that is a possibility. That is a decent possibility. If those two fell through, I don't see Chelsea signing Lukaku, because as Fabrizio has confirmed, Chelsea will 100% be signing a striker this summer. But let's wait and see what happens in regards to that one. But moving on to Erling Haaland, here is your daily, I say daily because I speak about this bloody Norwegian every day. Here is your daily Erling Haaland update. Now, according to Eurosport, and here is the interesting update, because this is something that you guys will hear for the first time. This is not regurgitated rubbish. This is the first time you're going to hear this. According to Eurosport, Erling Haaland's release clause next summer, as we know, is obviously €75 million. However, under FIFA's new rules set out to become effective of 2022, in the summer of 2022, agents will only be entitled to 10% commission of a transfer fee. In this case, Minirola will only get €7.5 million next summer guaranteed, whereas this summer he could land up to £40 million if Erling Haaland moves to Chelsea. There is a massive parity, a massive significant difference. We know Minirola, he's a cancerous parasite and he loves money. Yeah, he loves money. We all love money, of course. And he's very good at his job. You know, he's a super agent at the end of the day. But in terms of what he's doing here is, this would benefit him a lot more financially. You know, compared to this summer getting a 40 million pound commission, let's say it's not anywhere near that, let's say it's 20 to 30 million pounds commission. Compare that to 7.5 million euros. There is a significant gap there. So of course, immediately, Minirola is going to be the one pushing for Erling Haaland to come to Chelsea, which of course favours Chelsea because it means that we have a much better chance of signing Erling Haaland. Borussia Dortmund's stance is firm on Haaland. However, Minirola is looking to move him to a new club as quickly as possible, as I just mentioned. And there's questions over whether Dortmund can afford to lose 100 million euros for 1 year. Anything can happen before the end of the window. As I said, this is interesting because yesterday I said that the possibility of Erling Haaland leaving Dortmund was extremely unlikely, and I still believe that's the case. But as I said, you know, Chelsea can't leave this late. We have to act now. Pre-season's already started. Chelsea beat Peterborough 6-1 today. We already had pre-season. Hakim Ziyech hat-trick. Pre-season's underway. The Super Cup is on the 11th of August in about 3 weeks' time. Chelsea have to act now. You know, ideally, you want to get your priorities done now. I understand that deals like Erling Haaland, these mega astronomical deals, they will take time. You have to negotiate. I completely understand that. But I would like Chelsea to move a bit more swiftly with a bit more aggression and pace. Because I know they work in secrecy, so maybe they are working in pace. But, you know, from what we're hearing, it seems as though it's dead in the water. Maybe they are working on it, who knows? But let's just hope and pray Chelsea get their number one target, whether it's Erling Haaland, whether it's Harry Kane, whether it's Romelu Lukaku. Whoever it may be, Chelsea need to get their first choice targets because we cannot fail Thomas Tuchel. Back the guy. But that is me wrapping up the News Daily. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and I'll see all of you guys for my next video. Peace.